Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and this is Tawanda's Blessed Life. And today's video is a part of a playlist, the Everything Farmhouse playlist. And I will go into more detail about the playlist during the video. And today's video is going to be a blueberry theme, and all of these items will be going in my kitchen and in my dining room. And we're going to go ahead and get started with our first DIY number 1. I have this wicker hanging basket from Hobby Lobby. It was $9.99. I have these rusty bells, some lavender, some boxwood, and some blueberries. So I'm going to start off by adding some plastic bags into the bottom of my basket. And then I'm going to start to layer it with some boxwood. And then once I put the boxwood in, I'm going to go ahead and use my little rusty bells. I believe these came from Hobby Lobby. They may have been 90% off. The boxwood came from Walmart. And then the lavender, I want to say that came from Target. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding that into my little planter here. That's what I'm going to call it. And then I have these blueberries, and these came from Amazon. I believe I paid $9.99 for them. So yes, that is pretty much all I'm going to do is just go ahead and apply all of my florals into my little basket until I'm happy with my results. And then I decided once I had it done and I had it hanging on my door looking at it for a couple of days, I just decided that it needed something else. So I came back and I have this blue ribbon that was given to me by one of my friends. And so I just tied a little bow around it. And that is it for this DIY. I really love the way that it turned out. Really easy, cute, and simple, and extremely budget friendly. Let me know what you think. For this DIY, I have this white picture that came from Target. I've had this for years. And then I have this printout of some blueberries from a download that I purchased from Etsy. So I'm going to start off by cutting out the blueberries from the picture. And then I'm going to take some of my Mod Podge. I'm actually still using my outdoor Mod Podge. I need to just go ahead and switch to my regular Mod Podge, but I just haven't. So I'm going to apply the Mod Podge to the back of my picture, and I'm going to apply it to my picture. Excuse me. That's a tongue twister. And once it's dry, I'm going to go back and add a layer of Mod Podge on top. And then I'm going to start applying some of my little lavender stems from Target. And then I'm also going to add 2 of the little blueberry bushes blueberry stems from Amazon. And that's going to be it for this DIY. Really easy, cute, simple. So yeah, let me know what you think. So we're moving on to DIY number 3, and this is what started it all. I was in Dollar General looking for something, and I came across this little blueberry tray here. And so what I'm going to do is I have some tumbling tire blocks from Dollar Tree, and I glued 2 of them together with some the Dollar Tree wood glue. And here I am painting them with the Waverly plaster chalk paint. And then once they're dry, I'm going to glue them onto the bottom of my tray to give it some height, because I'm going to actually use this on my stove to hold my spoons. And so once I had them glued on, I didn't like that you could see the like the crease where the 2 tumbling blocks were glued together. So I went back and took a craft stick, and cut it into little pieces, and then I painted it with the plaster paint, and then I glued that in front just to give it a cleaner look. And that is it for this DIY. I cannot wait to decorate with these items. I may do a small come decorate with me video of me decorating my kitchen with these items. So let me know if you are interested, and if so, I will probably end up just putting the video out on Wednesday. So yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, so for this DIY, I have this little stand that I've had for a while. I purchased it for $2.50 at Hobby Lobby, and then I'm going to paint it with some of the semi-coat blue bio, the apple barrel purple paisley, the apple barrel cobalt hue, and then the Craft Wise from Dollar Tree black chalk paint. So I went ahead and mixed all of those paints together to create the color that I'm painting my stand here. The stand I've had in my kitchen for probably a couple of years now, maybe like I think probably like 2 years. I ended up purchasing two of these. I found them at the Hobby Lobby for $2.50. So I went ahead and purchased what they had. So here I'm just giving my cake stand I gave it three coats of the paint mixture that I created, and I'm calling it blueberry. And then once I had it painted, I went back because I did make a couple of mistakes. So I went back and I am painting the bottom of it with my Waverly plaster paint just to give it a cleaner look. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to discuss today's playlist. So today's playlist is the Everything Farmhouse playlist, and the playlist is hosted by Katie from Lady Red Crafting, Annie from Indie Annie Jones, and Lisa from Our Gray House. And the link to the playlist will be listed in my description box, along with the links to the host and guest host channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And if you're already subscribed to my channel, thank you for continuing to support my channel every week. I do greatly appreciate it. And now we're going to get back into the video. I'm going to go back and add some of the Waverly plaster paint because I did get some of the blue paint on the back side of the top of the tray, and I wanted to leave that white. And so once that was dry, I took it outside and then I gave it 3 coats of the Rust-Oleum Clear Matte, excuse me, 3 coats of the Rust-Oleum Clear Matte finish paint to protect it. And yeah, that is going to be it for this DIY, and I absolutely love the way that it turned out, and I love that it's going to give my kitchen that extra pop of color. So yeah, let me know what you think about this DIY, and let me know what you think about the paint color that I created. I absolutely love it. We are moving on to our last and final DIY for today. So I have this rolling pin that I picked up a long time ago. I think I paid $1 for it when you could get rolling pins for $1. So I'm going to start off by painting the handles with my blueberry paint that I created. And then after I painted my handles, I just decided to paint the whole rolling pin with my paint that I created. And then once it was dry, I went back and I have this crackle paste. So I was like, I'm going to try and do a crackle finish on it. Well, once I gave it a coat of the crackle finish or the crackle paste, the paste is really thick and it didn't work. So I gave it a coat of that, waited for it to dry like it said. And then I went back and I applied some of my Waverly plaster paint over it. So I'm not sure if, it didn't say if I was supposed to give it a thin layer of paint or not, but I'm thinking that maybe I should have went with a thin layer, but the plaster paint is really thick. So I don't know if I made to use like a paint that's not so thick, and maybe that would have worked, but I'm not really sure. But either way, it did not turn out the way that I wanted it to. So I had to rethink my process of what I wanted to do with the rolling pin. And this actually went on like paint, and I thought it was going to dry clear, but it actually did not, and it kind of went all over the place. So I did have it all over my handles, so I did have to go back and do another coat of paint, of the blueberry paint on my handles. But once it was completely dry and I figured out that it wasn't going to crackle, it did give me like a little bit of crackle, but you could barely see it. So I went back and I printed out one of my blueberry prints that I purchased off of Etsy, and then I Mod Podged it to the rolling pin. And then once it was completely dry, I went back and I took it outside and I gave it 2 coats of the Waverly Clear coat just to protect it. I also did give it a coat of Mod Podge on top of it prior to that. And so the next day, once it was completely dry, I went ahead and sprayed it with the Waverly Clear coat. And then once that was dry, I felt like it still needed something else. So then I went back with a sanding block and sanded it a little bit. And that is all that I did for this DIY. So yeah, but here I am applying that crackle finish, and as you can see, it is really thick. And so I let it dry, like I said, for, I can't remember how long it said to let it dry for, but I let it dry. And then I went back with my Waverly plaster paint, which is like one of my favorite paints to use. So here I am just showing you the little bit of crackle that I got, which was not much. And then here I am. This is the picture that I'm going to use. So I went back and I'm going to first start off by using some water on the edges of it just to tear the edges some so that it doesn't look so perfect. I wanted it to look a little bit, I wanted it to look rustic. Excuse me, I can't get my words out this morning. So I'm going to cut the paper how I want it, and I'm going to cut it to size so that it actually fits on my rolling pin. And so here I am taking a damp paper towel, and I am wetting the edges, and I'm going to go ahead and just start to tear those off. And then I'll go back and apply my Mod Podge, and that's how I'm going to attach it. So here I'm just trying to make sure that it's going to fit properly. And then I also went back, there were some words on the picture that I cut off. So I ended up going back and fussy cutting that off of the rest of the paper that I had left off. And then I also Mod Podged that on top of my picture here, just to give it, because I thought that it would look nice having those words going across the rolling pin. And this is the finished product after it has dried and been after the clear coat, and I love the way that it turned out. So yeah, let me know what you think. And that is it for today's video. I would like to thank you for spending part of your Saturday with me. And if you like what I am doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And please go ahead and click on the playlist to continue watching all of the lovely crafters videos. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you next Sunday. Goodbye.